Internet. Welcome to 2.5 Brains. This is the post-mortem season finale recap of season 38. We're breaking down the entire season of Survivor, season 38, Edge of Extinction, Edge of Our Minds, and we're going to break it all down here and put a wrap on this season, put it to bed, bury it, and never talk about it ever again. Before we do that, be sure to subscribe so you get all our content all season long and throughout the Amazing Race season. We talked about the Amazing Race season last night with Mr. Beback and Jessica, and now we're going to put it up in the season finale of Survivor as we get ready to put it to bed, but also, again, continue our Amazing Race coverage. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Lots of fun content coming in the off-season as well, so don't miss anything. And you can tweet me at YoGrabAGabba, like our page, Pavement Productions, Pavement Productions on Facebook, facebook.com/Pavement Productions. You can email the show at pavementproductions@gmail.com and comment and share the post so you get all the updates and let all your friends know. So let's go, before we get too far down this road here, let's go ahead and bring in my co-host who's with me at every show, as always. And let's bring her in, Miss Jessica Tarasik.
Hello, internet world. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
How can people contact you if they want to reach out to you and talk to you?
Just T820.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and dive in here today. We're gonna basically just go through the show. It's about a week or so after the season. We're gonna take some time to digest it. Look at some postseason content and kind of just get a feel for everything that's going on. Look at some Twitter feeds and
you need time to digest it
and not be so angry.
Still angry.
We're gonna talk about how it went, the season as a whole, how I rank it, and things like that. But let's go ahead and dive in here. Let's start off with initial thoughts of the season finale. How did the season end? And let's talk about kind of the finale portion, because we talked about everything else all season. Talk about your thoughts on the finale.
I mean, the winner of the finale as a whole.
Whole finale. Start with
okay. I figured Chris was coming back in from the Edge. I had said that a couple times.
Yeah.
Did I think he was gonna win it?
Yeah.
Really hope not. I don't know, I was disappointed. I mean, I know that was the twist. You're more upset than I am. I figured it was gonna happen. But to not play the game like at all, then you win. It just kind of sucks for everybody that was in it. But I mean, it was a good show. I mean, it was a good show.
Yeah, not going too much on Chris. We'll get to him. What was the finale? I mean, your thoughts on the finale? Your thoughts on the overall experience of the last episode, the last 2.5, 3 hours of the show? What did you think?
I mean, I liked it. The whole brain fart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the final tribal. What part?
I mean, I liked the challenges that they had to do. I thought those were pretty cool. The game to get back in from the Edge was interesting because it kind of, it went to everybody. I don't think there was one person that was going to dominate or be terrible at it. So
War Dog was going to be terrible at it, but it's terrible at everything.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. But I think it kind of went to everybody. Nobody was that bad at it because the end part was more of the equalizer for everybody. I liked the last episode. I liked the tribals and everything else, but it was interesting.
So my thoughts on the final episode: I love the robbed goddess, the fallen angel, whatever you want to call it, the one who gets so close and falls just short. Those are the best characters, in my opinion. The Rob Cesternino's, the Kelly Wentworth in 31, the David Wright, the whoever, the person who they probably would have won if they got to the end, but they got knocked out just before. And we had one this season, Devins. I mean, Devins was the hero. He was the one who was supposed to win this thing, and I love the fact that there was excitement at the finale. I was expecting it to be I was expecting it to be a, easy Devon's walk to the end, no contest, easy win.
Yeah, I mean,
And
for the edit, it was definitely kind of
sure.
glaring at that. Sorry, go ahead.
Sure, no, you're good. No, you're right. And I, as someone who follows the edit, and watches the edit, it's like, oh yeah, this is what's gonna happen. I love the fact that there was a twist. The whole season there was lots of twists. People who stepped up to be, take control of the game, they get knocked out, and I like that a lot. I like the fact that the whole season as a whole, there wasn't really any one person who dominated. I remember Stephen Fishback tweeted right at the episode. It said it was Wentworth, Aubrey, Joe, David, and then Devon's Chris.
Yeah, basically.
And so I like the fact that there was somebody stepped up and got taken out. Somebody stepped up and got taken out. That's my favorite kind of survivor. It's becoming a threat and then having to avoid the target because it's hard to do once you call your shot. So I like that. I like the fact that there was when obviously we all watched it together. We had the live reaction when Chris put himself in the fire making challenge. That was awesome. That was amazing.
Yes, you were freaking out with that one.
And I was pumped. And, so there were some great things that happened in the finale. And one little detail that sucked. But for the most part...
Really a little detail?
No, it was massive.
Kind of the biggest detail of them all.
Correct.
But we will get to that later.
We'll get to that in a minute. But the episode of the finale itself was a great episode.
No, it was a good show. I mean, the whole season was great. Everything, like you said... One person made a move, and then they were pretty much gone the next week. Every time there was no one alliance besides, the three. They stuck together, Wentworth, Lauren, and War Dog.
Yeah.
But everybody else, they just went with whoever, and it worked out in most everybody's favor for the most part.
Yeah.
But until, who won the show.
Right.
But, yeah.
So, those are initial thoughts. Let's talk about the next segment here. We kind of break this down, because as we do every post-mortem, if this is the first time checking it out or hearing about it, we kind of break down the finale a little bit, talk about the winner, and how they rank in history, I guess you can say, who should come back, who probably will come back, and we'll go look again ahead to the next season, maybe the season beyond. In this case, we know a little bit about both of them, and talk about that a little bit. There might be some spoiler for cast and stuff like that. So if you're spoiler verse, I will kind of tell you.
Shout it out beforehand.
Right.
Yeah. Turn it off.
Or jump ahead, skip ahead, or whatever. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. But we already kind of talked about the episode a little bit. It was a great episode and overall a very good season of Survivor, with one caveat. And let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to that here. The winner. Is that what we have next on our notes, I believe? Talk about who won and how it affected the season overall?
Yes, season. Oh, so now Chris as a winner.
Yeah, so the season as a whole, right? The season as a whole was great. I thought it was one of the better seasons. I thought it was maybe as good as the previous season, David versus Goliath. I thought that was the best season of the most recent.
Yeah, I really liked that one.
I would say of the 30s, it's been 33, 31, 37, and 32 or 34. In my opinion, were kind of there. Then 35 and then 36 was the bottom. So the season,
the season as a whole was good. Like I just said, it was entertaining. There was a lot of different things going on.
Twists and
always
turns.
Tons of twists, tons of turns. Devin's making the best part for me. Devin making all those extra idols, and everybody went to tribal thinking they had an idol.
Right.
Like, how can you think there were 3 idols in play at the same
Stupid.
time being hidden? Something's up.
Right.
I mean, they started to kind of think of it later, but not really. There was always just something going on, something interesting. I don't really recall that a boring episode.
No, there was really nothing that was very, even the straightforward votes really weren't that straightforward.
Yeah,
and
you're always going into it like, I don't know, probably is going to be this person, but maybe not.
And how many times do we look at each other and say, who do you think's going home? I have no idea.
I don't know. Couldn't predict at all this year, like maybe a couple times.
Right. It was very, very unpredictable season and a very entertaining season. Even the finale was entertaining until, but
even that was entertaining.
And it was.
You knew it was going to happen, and I don't know. Once Devin was kicked out,
And so as I always say, right? You look at any season, it's like, okay, here's good things, here's the bad things, and like remember, I think it's Dalton Ross does his every season right before the finale. He does the season power rankings. It ranks every season and slots in the new season where it'll fit. Then he's got like Korong near the top. He's got Cook Islands near the top, Amazon near the top. Things like that. Some of the best seasons, and those are all very good seasons. Pearl Islands, I think he's actually Pearl Islands, not the Cook Islands, but either way. And then he goes. This is with season ranks. The finale will either increase it or lower it, right? And for me, the finale didn't really lower it, except for the winner. And it's tough to say too because
The winner ruined the season for you.
The winner ruined the season
For you.
For everybody, but for me too. But the thing is, right? It's the final episode was good. It's not. It's like saying everything was good except the most important part, which was terrible, but it's still good overall. It's hard,
It's not that it was terrible. I mean, do you want to talk about Chris's winner right now?
Let's talk about Chris's winner.
Okay. It wasn't terrible because it did make for a good show. He came back, made his alliance with Devins, got him through to the next part, and
manipulated the shit out of everybody.
Oh, he did, but I mean that's what you're supposed to
Absolutely.
do. He played what? 3 days? However long was he on there? 6 days?
He was 9, and then the final 4.
Okay, so 9 days, and then
4 more at the end.
Coming back, you're gonna have to pull out a lot of stops, and he managed to do that for everybody. And like you said, stepping up, putting himself in the fire challenge against Devins because he knew that he was the one that could do it.
And he knew that if Devins stands, he loses.
Right.
He's going to lose anyways. Might as well go for it.
Everybody knew they were losing against Devins, and I was disappointed. You didn't even want Devins to win that much either, but I would have rather seen him win over Chris. But honestly, out of Chris, Gavin, and Julie, I'm fine with Chris winning because Julie had no resume at all. She got no votes. And Gavin was too much into... he voted with other people, but he was never the first one to approach anybody about making a major move. So I don't think he really deserved to win either. And he was the only one that never got his name written down.
Which is good or bad, depending on how you look at it.
I think it was bad. You didn't put your name out there enough to make you a threat, but, you were safe, but it wasn't good enough.
So, let me put it this way. The season finale, it's like what is it all leading up to, right? What's the whole season leading up to? It should be leading up to the winner who wins the game. It should be their story. Now, if you look at it this way, everything that happened after day 9 until the finale didn't matter.
It didn't. It was Devin's show basically.
It was Devin's show.
He got kicked off.
It was a story of how Devins. It was a story of how Devins lost, redeemed himself, came back, stole the show, was the hero. It was his story, and then at the end he got his heart broken again.
They had to give somebody's story.
Right. So it was all about Devins and how Devins, was kind of fun, and then became a super fan favorite, became the hero of the show, and then the hero got taken out at the end and defeated.
Right. It's kind of not fair to him, though, because he did play a good game. I don't think his game was
Devins
terrible.
played a great game.
He did everything he needed to do, and he kind of got screwed in the end.
Chris as a winner. Well, let me just put this out here. First of all, $1 million is $1 million, and I don't think he gives a flying F that people think he's a bad winner.
No.
I think he's laughing straight to the bank with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like 50 Cent said. Chris played one of the best 4 days in Survivor history.
That's all he needed. That's what he needed. That's all they based it off of, too, was those moves that he made in those 4 days. That's all he needed.
And if you want to talk about social game does win the game a lot. Mm-hmm. He got to schmooze basically everybody on the jury because they're all on edge of extinction with him.
Correct.
Reem and Aubrey were with him the entire time. Mm-hmm. And everybody else who came through, it's like you didn't see Pearl Islands season, but Ozzy was on Redemption Island. Mm-hmm. Everybody got voted out. He made them a fish, beat them in a challenge, sent them to the jury. And he was really nice to them all doing it. Mm-hmm. And that was basically what Chris did. Chris got to hang out with them, chat them up, build a relationship with them, and then he returned the game plan information. Where Survivor went wrong is the twist.
The Edge of Extinction.
The Edge of Extinction twist ruined the season. But
yeah, but this isn't the first time they've done it, right?
No, it's the first time the person came back and won and ruined the season.
They won't do that again.
The person who gets voted out shouldn't win the game. Devin shouldn't have won. Chris shouldn't have won. That was my problem with the game.
But I mean, when Devins came back, he still had a whole lot to go. So he did deserve to win if that was the case, because he actually did play a great game throughout the rest of the time that he came back. He wasn't even gone that long.
True.
So for him, that's a little bit void. But for Chris, it's you're back and then 4 days and then you win. That sucks.
That it makes sense, obviously, for that either, which it can't make sense in that case. It's like, to me, how is Chris the winner of Chris is like Lil from Survivor Pearl Islands, except she didn't win. That or Burton. Actually, let's say scratch it. He's like Burton Reynolds or Burton Roberts.
Burton Reynolds. I know Burt Reynolds was on there.
Burton Roberts. Sorry.
When was Burt Reynolds on Survivor?
He wasn't.
I want to see that.
Burton from Pearl Islands.
Burt and Ernie?
No, he was on Pearl Islands. He got taken out in a twist right before the merge. Mm-hmm. And then they had the Outcast twist. He came back, won his way back into the game. And then formed an alliance with Johnny Fairplay. They took out Rupert, whatever. They went, broke everybody's hearts. And then he got close to the end and got taken out again right before the end.
Okay.
And, but that is basically, he was less likable than Chris, but that was basically what Chris did. Yeah. Except Chris got the end and won.
Right.
I feel like that's what Burton was kind of that same thing had he won the game. And that's kind of how Chris was. For me, the winner, I feel like the winner shouldn't get voted out of the season. I hate the returning. Nobody likes Redemption Island. I don't like the fact that they can get voted out, come back in, and have a shot to win. I think that's terrible. If they were going to do that, at Extinction, they should have ended it at the merge.
Yeah, they shouldn't really have let someone come back in the final 6 to win it, I don't think. I think that was pretty dumb,
right.
Too.
At the very least, do it earlier. Have them come back in the final 8, final 9.
Yeah.
Or just end Edge of Extinction at the merge.
You need, they have to play more of a game besides the 4. Even though in those 4 days he did
great.
Amazing. He did better than most people that played this, for as long as Devins did. Mm-hmm. He played better than any of them.
Yep.
He played better than Gavin, and Gavin was on the show the whole time, and that's why it would have bothered me if he won.
Right.
Gavin was great. I wish he would have done something to actually make a move, to do something.
For sure. And the thing is, too, right, with Chris, he was playing with house money at the end of it, right? Yeah. I mean, he's like, I'm here.
He's got nothing to lose.
I've already lost the game once. Mm-hmm. I might as well lose it again, and just go for broke. Throw it all out there and see what happens. Mm-hmm. And he had nothing. Like, Gavin would have felt like an idiot if he would have put himself. Say Gavin wins immunity.
Yeah.
He puts himself in the thing. That's stupid. It would have made sense for him.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to earn it, right? And then he got his card taken away.
Right. So that was even better move by Chris, because Chris neutered Gavin right there. He really did. He did.
I want to take him down and earn my keep. No, I know it's okay. Here you go. I'm gonna do it instead.
No, I'm gonna carry your ass to the end and beat you.
It works.
It worked, and like I said, I loved that move. I'm glad it worked out for Chris, because I want more people to do it in the future. I hate the fire twist, but if you're gonna do it, make a big move with it and do that.
Yeah.
Do what Chris did.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Probably happen again, and then it won't work out for them, and then they won't do it again.
And they'll feel like a big idiot. Mm-hmm. Dumbest player ever. It'll be called. So it's so tough. I mean, Chris played an amazing 4 days.
He was even great before he got taken out, because he was a strong player. He was great at the challenges. He just got blindsided. Yeah, obviously.
And that happens to good players all the time.
Well, I know.
And they don't win the game.
I know.
Because they're out of the game.
I know. Whatever. That was the twist of the show. You can't really say much about it. That's the point of the show this season.
Yeah, and it's the one thing I hate is when a twist wins this game for somebody or changes. what I would have been happier with is if they would have done, even if they wanted to continue Edge of Extinction, right? Let's do Edge of Extinction throughout. This was the worst case scenario for Survivor, I think. Right? You have Edge of Extinction, you have people get taken out pre-merge, one wins their way back in, then those people who don't win their way back in are gone. I think. I don't think they should have gotten another shot. I think if you don't win that first challenge, you're done. And then anybody vote out again, they want to go to Edge of Extinction, they want to continue that, bring them back to the final 6, that's fine, but it's only people vote out at the merge.
Yeah, so then what? So the people that get kicked out before the merge aren't on the jury or anything like that. They're just gone off the show.
That's how it is every other season.
Well, I know. Yeah. I'm just saying for this kind of scenario, though, they kept everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. They shouldn't bring people in so late in the game.
Right. Especially, again, if you're voted out, I mean, this is what we're saying now, right? I mean, the only thing worse would have been if Reem came back and won.
I said that too. Oh man, it would have been insane if she came back.
Right. It just the reason they ruined it, the reason they did it wrong, where they went wrong. Again, this is me and my soapbox. The way they did it wrong is if you're gonna have it pre-merge, then anyone who doesn't win the way back in goes through a pre-jury trip and is gone out of the game.
Yeah.
And then if you want to continue the Edge of Extinction theme after the merge, then it's only people who have made the merge who are able to be on Edge of Extinction and have a chance to win their way back in.
Played long enough that they have something to come back on.
Right. So
yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to reevaluate this kind of theme.
They're not going to do it again.
Probably
it's
not.
done. It sure as hell better be.
We'll see.
It sure as hell better be.
Survivor 45, Edge of Extinction Part 2.
And honestly, if it's Survivor for 45 seasons, we're lucky. I'll be happy.
It's getting close.
It's yeah.
We'll see.
They said they're doing at least 40, and they're filming 40 right now.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's what can you say about Crystal's winner? I mean, you can't. I mean, it's like
it's terrible, but it was great 4 days.
It was great 4 days, and there's been players who've had a great finale. Michelle Fitzgerald had a great finale. She won a couple challenges. She voted out a jury member. She had a good final tribal for the most part, and she really did nothing for 36 days, but won the game. But she was in the game for 36 days. That's the difference. I try to rank players every season the winner. I did like a couple seasons ago in the off season. I did like a tier 5 tiers of Survivor winners.
What tier does this one fall in there?
It's so hard to say though, because the dude didn't play. The dude played 9 days of Survivor. He played fine 13 days of Survivor.
But if you have to rate him off of how he played, not counting the days.
Right. So
I don't want you to count the days. Just count the gameplay that he did.
Because like the first tier is like the person who got to the end and won despite themselves. Second tier is someone who got to the end and won and had moderate control, at least of themselves, to get to the end. They didn't really control the game, but at least got there on their own merits. Third is someone who got there and dominated the game, but it's not a repeatable thing. Is they just did it. They just happened to they were in control to a point, and they controlled some votes, but weren't the number one power player of the game and won the game. Okay. Number 4 is all those things, but they did something miraculous that like Mike Holloway winning all these immunities or Ben finding all the idols. They were kind of in control of the game, but they just did something that couldn't be duplicated. And then the top 2 winner is somebody who reinvents the game, like an Adam Klein. Somebody who does something that is not only amazing, but changes the way the game's played going forward. Like a Tony Vlachos, like Adam Klein, like a Parvati Sandra, all those people.
So he could be a 3, a 4, or a 5.
Or 1 or 2, really.
I mean, technically, he played an amazing game. He was in control of the days that he was there towards the end. He was totally in control of that. He did something that probably will not be repeated again and won't be successfully repeated by anybody else. And he did pull off a miraculous with that final immunity that he won. And getting Warren to
give him the idol.
Well, yeah, that
was absurd.
That immunity, though, is impossible. Like, I don't know how he did it. Everybody struggled so bad with that one. So Crazy. He kind of pulled off a number 5. As much as you don't want to say it, he kind of did.
But it's not duplicate, not reduplicatable.
It is not duplicate. We can't duplicate it again.
Right, which means it's not number 5.
So then number 4. You said number 4.
4 or 3. If you look at only his time in the game,
then he'd be number 1.
He'd be number 1 if he did. But it's very least he's number 2 or 3 because he at least won the challenge to get back in the game, and he had a social game. People liked him enough.
He did something that could be duplicated.
Which means that it's not a 5 because 5 is you reinvent the game. Yeah. So I don't know. It's so hard to say. I don't want to spend more time on Chris. We're spending more time on him than the freaking show did. So I don't know.
Did you complain enough? Do you need to rant some more?
No, I'm fine. I mean, I said.
Was he a deserving winner?
I'm not going that far. But
are you going to talk yourself into him being a deserving winner?
No, because he didn't play enough Survivor.
Okay.
But as far as days on Survivor compared to moves made, he was the best player. He made a big move every other day in Survivor. In essence. Right. He played 13 days, he probably made 4 or 5 big moves.
That's more than anybody that was sitting with him.
Right.
So
and he would have been a great winner had he been in the game longer. And had he played the whole game. Right. Had he not been voted out on day 9 and not come back in the game until day 36, 37, whoever it was, sure, he's a great winner. But in this case, I just can't give him that title because he wasn't in the game. But overall, that's really all I gotta say about that. Chris is a winner. It's frustrating, but the money still spends. It's still green.
And he doesn't care.
And he doesn't give a shit if people don't care. Like him as a winner, he does not give a flying F because he shouldn't.
Either.
He shouldn't. Why would he care? If he says, "Oh, I don't deserve to win because I wasn't in the game long enough," then he deserves to lose. It's stupid. He's gonna take the money. He's gonna take the win and be happy about it.
Yep.
And why shouldn't he be? Right. I don't think the season was ruined by Chris winning. I think the season was ruined by the theme. Twist.
I mean, yeah, he played the game that was presented to him and he did well. So.
And that's the same thing about Devins. I was about to say the same thing about Devins winning because he played the game that was presented to him. He won the game because he did that. I was shocked that Devins didn't win.
I was really disappointed. I really would have loved him to win as much as you didn't like it, but out of anybody on the show, he did a lot of moves. He did a lot of things. He
did great, and he would have been a fine winner too, except for being voted out. But like I said, and that's my Survivor purist coming out at me a little bit. But again, did Chris ruin the season by winning Survivor? No. That Distinction Twist ruined Survivor, ruined the season. It brought in a lot of intrigue, but also ruined the season. I think it'd be really neat to re-examine that with everybody. Like, here's what they could have done: have Edge of Extinction, even if they want to keep people vote out pre-merge on the Edge of Extinction, but don't give them the opportunity to come back. Let them play challenges and find advantages and give it to somebody in the game to impact the game still. They're still impacting the game, they just can't win.
Yeah, I mean, they slightly did that. They gave them advantages to get back in, but they also had some advantages to give to someone on the island.
And that was cool, and I think that was a great idea.
Mm-hmm. They didn't do it enough, though.
But they didn't spend enough. They didn't spend enough time there for what it ended up being.
Right.
And if you want to do that, don't let the people come back in the game because they have no agency in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say if the season was also a little bit ruined by the fact that nobody else of any merit was at the Final Four. Yeah. I mean, once Devins is gone, it's like, all right, well, Chris is winning because nobody else is good.
Right. For them, they haven't really done anything. They were carried to the end.
Right. So it was kind of unfortunate that War Dog and Ron were taken out when they were, looking back in hindsight, because if Ron or War Dog or any of them are there at the end, Chris doesn't walk through a win by coming in playing 12 days.
Yeah, I mean, it would have changed the game.
It would have been big. Yeah. So,
anyways,
let's move on. Let's go ahead and move on to the next segment here. What is the next segment on the show?
Who could come back and
who should
come back and who would likely come back?
Yeah. So, who in theory could come back? Let me just put this out there. They brought back Francesca Hoji. Hoji. That's what I thought it was too. They brought back Francesca. Do you know what Francesca's known for? She was the first person voted out Survivor season 22.
Okay.
She came back to season 26.
Okay.
That's the first person voted out again.
Oh.
So
So they're going to bring Reem back, is what you're saying.
No, but they could because they have in the past.
Right. But
so,
should they?
Of course not. But, right, my point is, who could they bring back? The answer is anybody. Anybody could come back.
Obviously.
They brought back Haley twice. They brought back Sierra twice. They brought back a bunch of people. They brought back Amber Burkich and she won the game, right? Spoiler alert for season 40, she might come back. Again,
who, you know who they're going to bring back?
They bring Devin back, obviously.
Well, obviously they're bringing Devins back. They're going to bring back Wendy. No, I'm totally just kidding. No, I mean, obviously out of any of them, Devins is going to get another shot at some point, and I'm sure he's going to take it. But I hope when they do another returning season returning player season,
Yeah.
it's just returning players.
Well,
I know, but I know, but I don't want another mixed season like this ever again, because I couldn't. You just knew what was going to happen. You knew none of them were going to win.
I could see a scenario where it's a fans or favorites again, where you have half and half. I could see.
I mean, that's, I guess, a little different.
Right, and I've seen, like, I heard, like, Rob talk about it on his podcast, doing, like, a fans versus favorites versus celebrities or something.
Okay.
Where it's like, there's no reason.
That's a little mixed up. This was 4 returning players.
It's gotta be an even number of each.
Yeah, if it's can't be 4 and then everybody else is new, because obviously you're a target. You know you're a target coming into it, so it's kind of dumb.
It's just really dumb. But who could come back? And the answer is anybody. Mm-hmm. Who will or probably should. Again,
Devins.
It depends on when the next returning season is. Depends on what the theme of that returning season is. Depends on a bunch of things. If it's second chances again, they did season 31 second chances. If 41 is second chances, and the fans vote in the players, then Devins has got a great shot, right? If it's third time's a charm, Devins doesn't have a shot because he only played twice. He only played once.
Well, yeah.
So
it just depends on the theme of the show.
It depends on the theme. If it's just straight up, returnee, let's see some players again. We want to see some standouts from previous seasons. Mm-hmm. Devins has got a real good shot. Right. But if that's 10 seasons from now, we might say Devins who, So yeah, I
still think they could though, because people are gonna remember the season.
I think
to
so.
the end, you're like a lock to win, and then all of a sudden someone comes in from not playing off of the Edge of Extinction and wins.
Right.
I mean, I could even see them. I don't know why, maybe, but like War Dog coming back, even though he can't win a damn thing.
Yeah.
He can't win a damn thing.
Right.
But
who could come back? If you want to say top, it's like Devins and then everybody else, but Devins,
basically.
Maybe Ron, maybe War Dog. They always have that niche area of that younger professional woman. So maybe like that Aurora or Lauren, but not likely.
Lauren. I mean, I want to say Julia because I'd like to see her back, but probably not. Eric played a pretty decent game, but it wasn't long enough, they didn't really get anything. I mean, do you see any of the returning players ever playing again? I don't think so.
David Wright, possibly. He's only played twice.
Okay, maybe.
Third time's a charm.
I think Wentworth's done. I think Aubrey's done. Joe's probably definitely done.
They brought up in the family too. Joe, would you say you never play again then? Well, just say yes. Say you're playing again, Joe. No, I don't want to see you again.
That's right, I forgot. So yeah, he's coming back.
I don't want to see you again, Joe. I don't want to see you again. Go away.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Fly. Don't bother me. But so who could come back? Anybody who will? If you said take odds who's gonna come back, probably Devins. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll shoehorn somebody else in somewhere with some weird twist or some.
Devins and David back again.
There you go.
Maybe
both
start
be
couples. Returning players.
Maybe start with loved ones or something.
Survivor Loved Ones.
Yeah, with Chris and Brett comes back too.
Okay.
So, I guess the only thing I want to say on that is the returning player twists or whoever ends up coming back. It could be anybody. Mm-hmm. If you would have guessed who's gonna come back from Survivor One World or Survivor World Apart, would have said Haley Ford.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said Sierra Dawn Thomas or Sierra Dawn Anglum now if she's getting married to Joe. I wouldn't have said them but they both came back and at least made some sort of an impact on their season. They usually have trouble casting women, which is why one hasn't won 4 seasons. and so that's part of the problem too. And that's why they bring back a lot of returning players like who, why. But so that's why those girls have a shot to come back. But obviously it should probably be Devon's at some point.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Any other thoughts on that?
No, I think we covered it. I liked the season. I liked most of the people, but I don't think anybody played besides Devon's that great of a game to
Nobody really stood out.
want to have them back. I mean, unless Chris would come back for like a winner's one at some point, because he won, and it's kind of a memorable way of how he won and what he did to win. So
I mean, it's ironic. I kind of want to see Chris play again
to actually see him play the game. Just see him play the whole thing.
Right.
I think he would have did well though if he was on there. I think he did great. He was good with everybody, and he just got screwed and got voted out. I was disappointed. I wanted him to come back the first time, but I'm not disappointed that Devon's came back either.
So we'll see. Let's. I think it's a good spot to end. Talking about season 38. I'm over 38 at this point. It's sad because it was a really good season that just got a very lackluster ending. That it was unfortunate how it turned out, but
all that build up for that ending.
Yeah. Right. So and it's funny because forever I was talking about like how is Jeff Probst gonna twist this and fit it into a narrative, right? Because he always like, oh, so this player had their back against the wall, they came out and won the game, and what a crazy, we're talking all about it. Here's their montage of how they did it. What's that for Chris?
Oh, hi, welcome to the show. Oh, look, Devon's is out with the fire challenge. Chris wins. Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it was again. Is it Chris's fault? No. He won the game.
He won it playing the game that was presented to him, and he did well with it.
Yeah. So it shouldn't have.
Same way with Devon.
Right. It shouldn't have got to that point, and that's my issue.
Yep. Because the people that were in the game the entire time didn't take advantage of actually playing the game and making anything for themselves, so they didn't deserve to win.
So Gavin.
Maybe Gavin could come back too. Maybe.
He'll have to get divorced and remarried so he can have a storyline. That was his only storyline, was that he got married before the show. Gavin, Julie are part of the reason the season turned out the way it did too, in not a good way.
Yeah.
And how many times have we seen the older woman go to the end and get shut out? Mm-hmm. Pretty much every other season. Mm-hmm. So that's the worst character arc to play. And
both the two people that had huge meltdowns on the show made it to the final four.
Yeah.
Devon's kind of freaked out at everybody, and Julie also freaked out at everybody, and they both made it to the end. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so we said we're done talking about the season. Now let's definitely be done with it.
No more talking.
So no, you're good. It was this season is over and done with.
Yes.
And it was a fun season. A lot of good stuff happened. The finale was really good, and then the guy who won the game didn't deserve to, but of everybody else left, I mean, you had to give it to him. Mm-hmm. And Survivor's it's a new beast. If there's no way in God's green earth Chris wins season 1 through 10. It was a different game then.
Right.
I mean, pre-idols, all the crazy twists, never would have happened. But now it's a different game. It's a different game, and we'll see. There's, it's kind of unfortunate because it's not really a game we fell in love with, but they have to keep reinventing themselves to keep people watching. So, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it really didn't. But Chris is our winner, and good on him. So,
moving on.
Let's talk about the next season / 2 seasons. As we wrap up here, is that where we're on right next, right?
Yes. So this one won't be the spoiler, but this is the next one.
Right. I mean, it's not a spoiler.
You
saw the preview.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Survivor Island of the Idols.
And not actual idols that you find, but idols.
We'll
of
freaking
people.
see. I mean, you know what's funny though? Yes. What's funny though?
What?
I remember right before I heard about the name of season 39. I said, I'm kind of sick of all these idols.
Look,
Flash forward season 39, Island of the Idols.
And you started freaking out until you realized that
I'm still pissed. It's gonna be terrible.
I'm interested to see this because I didn't see the seasons for Sandra or Boston Rob, mm-hmm. So it'll be kind of cool to see these people that you talk about that I hear about on different podcasts. But
they're the best, no doubt. They are the two faces of the show.
I really want to see how they're going to incorporate this to the actual show. I I've been watching it as long as you've been watching it since it was created.
Yeah.
Back in
2000
BC.
Yeah.
But
the first man on Earth.
Exactly. But I mean, I guess I'm one of the people that they have to do different things to kind of want to watch the show. You got to make it interesting. There's so much TV on, and I don't usually watch reality shows. When I first met you, what did I say? I don't really like reality TV, and you're just like, oh, well. Yeah, well, look how that ended up.
So,
anyways, yeah. I like the different twists. I think this is going to be kind of cool. I want to see what they're going to actually do with it.
Right.
What is it? Is it going to be an advantage when you get sent there to like them train you to help you win, or a disadvantage? Yeah. Right.
There's a couple things as far as that goes. I said before, I would be fine watching Survivor with never having any new players and just having the same people doing different seasons in different combinations of twists with different combinations of people.
Well, these people don't want to do that.
Of course not, right? But I feel like I said I'd be fine with like the third person vote out of the season, playing with the runner-up from this season, playing with the winner of that season, and there's in different twists, in different challenges, and different idols, and kind of see where it all shakes out. Because I bet you, if you played Survivor with the 500 people who played, put in a random season, with different twists, you'd have different results every time.
Right.
So that's kind of what I would be fine with, just that, because that's the game that I like. But having new players is always good too. And the only time they ever did anything like this, the coaching type of thing, they have had returning players, captain teams, that kind of stuff. But the only time they've done this pure, coaching was on season 34, with. They did a tribe swap, and one person didn't get selected to a tribe, so they got sent to Exile Island. Except Exile Island was a cruise ship, basically, or a yacht, where they got to relax, eat, and get coached by a former winner. And then that former winner was John Cochran, and he said, "Okay, Debbie, pick one of these three advantages, take back with you to into the game. Do what you want with it, whatever." Coach them through how to handle situations, and then gave them an option, a couple of twists to take with them in the game. It was neat. It was a cool one-off thing. I don't know if it's something I would want to see every time or for a whole season, which we're probably gonna. But I think overall it could be cool. It could be a neat thing that they try. I hope there's not an advantage every episode, but
I mean, I don't see it being like that. Look at Ghost Island. You went, but it was kind of like choose your luck, or however you want to phrase it.
Push your luck.
Push your luck. Yeah. It was luck of the draw. You choose one, and you either get something, you don't. You play the game, you don't play the game. I don't think every single week is going to have something. It may be a negative thing. It may not always be a positive thing. So
True.
Who knows?
It could be. Yeah. Congratulations, you got to this. And what Rob said too. Another thing from Rob has podcast. What he said was the way Ghost Island could have been better, which I think it was a very poor season. But even Bad Survivor was okay. It's still good. But Ghost Island I think would have been better if they did like what he suggested was like a wheel. Spin the wheel. You get a game. You get no game. You lose a vote. You get an advantage. Whatever. But you just spin a wheel, and then whatever comes up. And that's.
I mean, you broke the urn to see if you even got to play, and you didn't. Not everybody won either. Not everybody did it, because if you lose a vote usually.
You lost your vote, yeah.
So I mean, it didn't always happen.
So.
I didn't hate it. I don't know.
I think the breaking the urn thing, it was kind of already predetermined, right? You're breaking the urn. Okay, you play or you're not. No game for you today. Okay, well, what's the plan of you going then? It was just, I guess, to add mystery that maybe you had something, but
yeah.
But I think if you have something where it's like,
so you want a Ghost Island where when somebody went, something always happened for this
good,
person.
bad, or indifferent.
I guess, yeah.
Because what's the point otherwise? I guess.
Right.
You're just wasting our time.
The mystery.
Yeah. The coaching for Debbie, by the way, when she got coached by John Cochran, she basically said, "I'm not doing anything you said." And it worked out very, very well for her, which is shocking because she always takes advice from people.
Good deal.
So we'll see. I'm kind of interested in it. I'm kind of it's
You're
Survivor.
indifferent about it.
It's Survivor. The seasons I go on with low expectations always blow me away. The ones I go on, I'm pumped about, let me down. I was heroes, healers, hustlers. I was kind of like, all right, cool. It was okay. Ghost Island, I'm like, oh, they bring back all these relics. It's gonna be so neat. It was boring. David versus Goliath. I'm like, oh, it's the Habs versus have-not season in Fiji. It's gonna suck. It was good, So I was really pumped for Game Changers, and it was kind of, So it's one of those things where the last season that kind of aligned with what I thought it was gonna be. Co wrong. I'm like, oh, it's Brains Beauty Braun again. That's gonna be great. It was okay. And then Millennial Gen X. I'm like, oh, it's another Nicaragua. It's gonna suck, and it was great. The last season that actually aligned with my expectations was 31 second chances. And then other than that, it's been either good when I thought it was going to be bad or bad when I thought it was going to be good. So I'm kind of indifferent about this season. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be kind of okay. Hopefully, again.
That means it's going to be great because you think it's like, eh.
Right. And as always, I always say, what is the thing, the great equalizer that makes a good season? Casting. The players will decide if it's a good season.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a bunch of idiots who don't know what the hell they're doing, have never seen the show before, a bunch of recruited morons, then it's going to suck. If there's a couple of those people, because you need a couple of them every season, you do, it makes the show better. You need your Alec Moralinos and your Dans from 37. You need your idiots to add that randomness to the game a little bit,
Yeah.
But if and then you also need your Christians and your Knicks, right, and your Gabbies, and those people who know the game,
right.
So with all those together, that's gonna make the season. The cast will decide if it's a good season.
Right.
They can do all the twists they want to do. The cast will decide if it's a good season or a bad season. That's kind of how I feel about that. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I'm curious. I think it should be good, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's not going to be an Extinction Island, so nobody's going to get voted out and come back in and win with 4 days, so it should be better.
Well, can't be any worse, I guess. But again, we're over 38, so we're going to move on. But 38 was certainly one to remember, I guess, or forget. I don't know how you want to look at it. Let's take a quick spoiler warning here. We're going to spend the next couple minutes. I'll probably wave my hands like a lunatic when I'm done spoiling stuff so you can know when to come back. If you're going to leave us now, thank you for another great season of Survivor. Thank you for being part of it, and hope to see you back next season. If you don't follow Amazing Race, then we'll see you back next season. Maybe we'll have some off-season content for you as well. If you do watch Amazing Race, we'll see you next week. The Amazing Race, if you're leaving us now. As far as that goes, spoilers for the next season. This is a spoiler for that next season 39. This is a spoiler for season 40. It's just a cast spoiler. It's not a major spoiler. Don't know who wins. Hasn't actually filmed yet. It's filming now. But this is the spoiler according to the show. According to Martin Holmes and his website, he spoiled the cast of season 40. So we're going to talk about that here real quick, just for a minute or two. Talk about that. Season 40 is, if you're listening, you're being warned. This is spoilers.
Spoiler.
Season 40 is what?
Winners.
All winners. Jeff Probst said it was never going to happen. There were enough compelling winners. I think he's wrong. But I'm also kind of
agreeing with him a little bit.
Here's the thing. There's no incentive for these people to come back.
No.
Except for Sandra, because she's won twice. She wants to make sure nobody else wins twice.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else has a reason to come back. Why? Just so you can tarnish your legacy. It's dumb. Kim Spradlin is one of the greatest of all time. She's had 3 kids in 5 years, and she's gonna go try to win Survivor again. Good luck to you, honey. I don't know. I didn't think they'd get anybody good. I thought they must be giving them more money to play or something. There's got to be something, because why is Boston Rob, Sandra, Parvati, Kim, Tony coming back? Tony, because he's got Hugh Jago, I get that one. Tyson, why is Tyson coming back? He's got a kid at home. He's got a wife. He won the $1 million. He doesn't need to play again. I don't know. I don't know why most are playing again.
Press your luck.
I don't know. But they brought back. Everybody wants to see for one person that I would love to see they didn't bring back. Danny Boatwright's come back. Oh, well, let's see Holloway and Cochran, but Cochran's doing his own thing. Holloway, I'm not sure why they didn't bring him back. Natalie Anderson's coming back.
Ben
Driebergen, Nick Wendell.
And Wendell.
Right. Yeah. Sarah Lacina, Adam Klein, Michelle, Jeremy. The list goes on and on and on. Some big ones. There's one that's missing. Do you know who I'm going to say is the one I'm disappointed that they're not going to bring back?
I do not, dear.
Richard Hatch. How is Hatch not back? He tweeted he wasn't invited back. It's not like he declined. It wasn't like he legally couldn't go back. served his sentence. He's done with jail. He could go back. He got his passport back. He's good.
He was in jail?
Yeah, you know that. He pays taxes on his $1 million winnings.
Oh, no, I didn't hear about that. Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
that's probably why they're not inviting him back.
But he still has a relationship with the show in regards. He's even after the jail, he did promos for the show. So I don't understand why he's not coming back. I don't know. He's I said before, he's the reason Survivor exists to this day. I believe that firmly. I believe that Hatch is the reason that the show continued.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have lost that season, the show probably would have went 1 or 2 more seasons and been done. But the fact that the bad guy won, and he was the bad guy because he formed alliances and voted people out. What a bastard!
He's not coming back because he's the villain, and they don't want all villains returning.
That's stupid. He is the father of modern Survivor strategy. He should be on there. Other than that, I'm happy with the cast. I didn't think they would get people like I didn't think they'd get Robin. I didn't think they'd get Sandra. I mean, they get Sandra because she would play. She'd play Survivor on a college campus, in a house. She'd play Survivor.
With a goat.
With a goat on a boat with green eggs and ham.
Sam I am.
Yeah. But she'd do anything.
Yeah.
Parvati had a kid, is married. I can't imagine she wanted to come back. I can't imagine Rob. Rob played 4 times. I can't imagine she wants to come back. Spoiler: his wife's also gonna be on there. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Mm-hmm. She's a winner too. She beat him in season 8.
So they're really gonna go at it while they're playing.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I wonder who's watching their 4 kids. Well, they're both on the other.
Grandma and grandpa.
I guess so. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of like, I don't want to see my favorites look like a bunch of idiots, right?
Well, you might be disappointed.
I'm gonna be disappointed. It's like Colby his 3rd time when James said it's like Superman in a fat suit. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna, for some of our great favorite players.
All winners in one season. It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be tough, yeah.
And it could be really good. Could be.
Might be pretty bad.
Yeah, we'll see. I have a feeling it's gonna be like Sarah who wins or Amber who wins.
Ben's gonna win again, and you're gonna lose it.
No,
Ben. Never know.
Ben winning again would be more respectable than one of the people who shouldn't have won their first time winning again. That would be.
So who?
Amber, okay. Or, Danny, or.
Go Ben, go Wendell, go Nick.
Well, yeah, the ones you know after. Huh? The ones you know, yeah. Michelle winning again I wouldn't be thrilled with Michelle winning again.
Go Boston Rob.
We'll see. It could be great, could be terrible. I'm leaning a little bit more towards terrible.
It's probably gonna be bad.
But we'll see. If Kim goes out and slays, like I know she can, that would be amazing. If Sandra just dominates and rolls people over, if Tyson is the big bad wolf again, and he's not the 40-year-old dad that he is, that would be really cool. But we'll see. For now, we'll just leave it at that, and that's it. That's it for the spoilers for now. Thank you everybody who stuck with it or tuned out. But that's it. I think that's all we got for this season. I think we're good.
I think so. Yeah.
Any other last thoughts as we wrap up this show?
We will see what happens with the next season. Everybody enjoy the summer until the next one is in October?
Should be October. The cast will probably come out end of September, early October. So we'll do a cast preview again. Hopefully we'll have better luck picking winners this time.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was brutal.
It was really bad.
But again, the guy who got about 3rd won the game. So what do we know, and how could you predict that to happen?
No idea.
So
let's not start over again.
Right. So, but definitely check out Amazing Race if you're into that, and we'll try to give some off-season content as well. We'll probably record something once every couple weeks or whatever, and at least give you something to chew on in the off-season, something small. Anything else? No. Do you want to talk about our news?
Yeah, sure.
So we're gonna finish. This is our last one for the year or for the season. Obviously, we might do some off-season content. We'll still be doing Amazing Race content. They'll probably still be, for the next few weeks going on at the same time, same spot. However, the next season of Survivor will be filmed in a new location. Not this will be at Fiji. This will be filming in Fiji, but our season we film somewhere else. Where are we filming?
We will be filming a new location in our new house.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yes, so we are buying a house. The studio will be retired, and we'll be going to our own studio in our own house. So we'll be moving. So help us move. Come find us. Help us move. No, but we'll definitely be having a new backdrop next season of Survivor, and we'll see what happens in the off season as we prepare our journey to our new home.
So we'll try and make some videos, post some stuff. We're gonna be a little busy for a while.
Yep.
But we will keep going.
Sounds great. Other than that, definitely subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. You get all the updates and all the fun. Tweet me, Yo Grabba Gabba. Facebook.com/Pavement Productions. Email pavementproductions@gmail.com. Subscribe, share, tell your friends, and pass the news along. Like our page and all that fun stuff. Anything, how they find you right now on Twitter?
Right now it's just T820, but I'm working on making a special Survivor page or 2.5 Brains. Twitter. Yeah.
Awesome. Again, I'm Yo Grabba Gabba. Tweet me and let me know what you think of the show, and give us your ideas, your thoughts, your comments. I want some more feedback from the audience as much as I can, and I want to try to get more guests going forward as well. So keep an eye out for that, as we can try to get some really special guests. Try to get maybe some former survivors or some other Survivor super duper fans who are all about the show and can give some insight. So stay tuned for that. For now, though, I think it's a good place to wrap up. We're almost closing out an hour here, one of the longest ones we've ever done. But hey, someone likes to talk. At least one of us likes to talk.
I mean, I like to talk, but I usually can't talk because someone else talks.
Well, the two brains doesn't talk. The half brain does. So
makes sense.
Pretty typical. But for now, we'll leave you there.
Yes.
I know one thing. I've got nothing else for you because the tribe has spoken.
Bye.
Bye for now.